By 2025, one app had quietly changed the very fabric of how the world works, ChatGPT. But behind this revolution stands a man who is not a coder, not a research scientist, but a master strategist who turned artificial intelligence into a global habit. How did one person make intelligence go mainstream? This is the story of Sam Altman. Born in 1985 in St. Louis, Missouri, Sam grew up in the dial-up glow of the burgeoning internet age. While other kids were playing outside, an 8-year-old Sam was already the family's designated tech support, fixing computers and dissecting electronics. This innate curiosity for how things worked propelled him to Stanford University to study computer science. But the classroom couldn't contain his ambition. At just 19, he dropped out, not in failure, but with a vision. He co-founded Looped, a location-sharing app that was years ahead of its time, a precursor to services like Apple's Find My iPhone. While Looped didn't become the next big thing, its bold idea didn't go unnoticed. It caught the eye of Y Combinator, the legendary startup accelerator that acted as the launchpad for companies like Airbnb, Reddit, and Dropbox. Sam's journey with Looped gave him a front-row seat to the brutal, exhilarating world of Silicon Valley. He learned what it took to build something from nothing, how to pitch an idea, and most importantly, how to spot potential. His sharp instincts and relentless drive were so apparent that by the time he was 30, he wasn't just participating in the Y Combinator ecosystem, he was running it. As president of YC, he became a kingmaker, shaping hundreds of startups, mentoring founders, and helping them navigate the treacherous path to success, collectively building companies worth billions. But Altman wasn't satisfied just mentoring founders. He wanted to reinvent intelligence itself. In 2015, a new kind of ambition took hold. Sam Altman, alongside a group of tech luminaries including Elon Musk, co-founded OpenAI. Their mission was both audacious and idealistic: to build artificial general intelligence that would benefit all of humanity. Initially established as a non-profit, OpenAI was designed to be a transparent counterweight to the secretive AI labs at corporate giants like Google. They weren't just chasing breakthroughs, they were trying to ensure that the most powerful technology ever created would be developed safely and openly. For years, OpenAI operated as a respected but relatively niche research lab. Then, in November 2022, everything changed. They released ChatGPT to the public, almost as an experiment. The response was explosive. It was like nothing the tech world had ever seen. Within just 2 months, ChatGPT amassed 100 million active users, achieving the fastest adoption curve in history. It went viral on every platform, dominating conversations from classrooms to boardrooms. OpenAI transformed overnight from a quiet research institution into a global phenomenon. The world had woken up to the power of generative AI, and that's when ideals met the harsh realities of the market. To fund the immense computational power needed for their models, Altman introduced a controversial capped profit structure, blending the nonprofit mission with a for-profit engine. Critics called it a betrayal of the founding principles. Supporters hailed it as a pragmatic move for survival. As ChatGPT's influence grew, so did the scrutiny. Sam Altman embarked on a world tour, meeting with heads of state and testifying before governments. He wasn't just selling a product, he was pitching a vision of AI as a public utility, a tool that could serve everyone, while simultaneously trying to get ahead of the inevitable calls for regulation. He was no longer just a CEO. He was becoming the global ambassador for the new age of AI. Then, in November 2023, a bombshell. The tech world was stunned by the news. OpenAI's board had fired Sam Altman. The decision, made without warning, sent shockwaves through the industry. The reasons were vague, citing a loss of confidence in his leadership. The reaction was immediate and unprecedented. The markets trembled. Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest investor, expressed its strong support for Altman. And in an extraordinary show of loyalty, nearly every single one of OpenAI's 700-plus employees signed a letter threatening to resign and follow Sam to a new venture at Microsoft unless the board resigned and reinstated him. It was a high-stakes corporate drama played out in public on Twitter, a battle for the soul of the world's most important AI company. For 5 surreal days, the future of OpenAI hung in the balance. But the pressure was immense. Backed by his team, by the financial might of Microsoft, and by overwhelming public sentiment, the board capitulated. Sam Altman returned, not just as CEO, but as a leader whose importance had been undeniably cemented. The crisis revealed something profound. Altman wasn't just the leader of a company. He had become the central figure, the indispensable coordinator in the entire story of AI's rise, the man tasked with balancing the breathtaking vision with the profound fear of what this technology could become. He wasn't just leading a company anymore, he was steering an era. By the end of 2025, the world had absorbed the shockwaves. What was once a novelty had become infrastructure. Artificial intelligence, guided by Altman's vision, was no longer just an app you played with. It was woven into the fabric of daily life. In education, it helped teachers create personalized lesson plans. In medicine, it assisted doctors in diagnosing diseases. In design, it generated concepts in seconds. In law, it sifted through thousands of documents. Tools that once felt like science fiction, Whisper for transcription, DALL-E for image creation, and the next generation GPT models were now standard, almost mundane. Altman's once aspirational phrase, AI as a habit, had become a reality. But with this normalization came a new set of challenges. He became one of the loudest voices calling for responsible AI regulation, warning that immense power must be accompanied by robust guardrails. He found himself in a complex race, simultaneously lobbying governments for oversight while competing fiercely with rivals like Anthropic and Google's DeepMind, who were all pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The challenge for Sam Altman was no longer about achieving growth. It was about earning trust. In the end, the story of Sam Altman isn't just about code, algorithms, or funding rounds. It's a story about direction. It's about a strategist who saw the future and, instead of just building a single product, built an ecosystem. He took an abstract, intimidating technology and made it accessible, useful, and routine, so integrated into our lives that it's almost invisible. And making the extraordinary feel ordinary might be his biggest, most transformative invention of all. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the people and ideas shaping our world. See you in the next one.